Hello guys, as you know my name is Jamie Thomson, I'm the CEO of Vulcan Forge, and I thought now would be a good time to leave you a bit of a holiday message. Not only that, but I thought two things. One, I can introduce the new investors in PYR and the new gamers we have in the Vulcan Forge ecosystem, and two, I can give you something to look forward to in the coming years or two. So if you didn't know before, Vulcan Forge is a little bit confusing if you just got involved in it. It started about 3 years ago with a website I made called Veriarty, which was based only with NFTs and digital art. And from there, we kind of turned into games and used NFTs into new little games. And the whole thing sort of exploded into this into the metaverse trend and gaming trend that we've been going on with. What you guys probably didn't know, and what we didn't know, was how big it would grow in such a small amount of time. And so a lot of people don't realize that we went from just one game in a digital art site called Veriarty to, I think, probably 11, 12 of our own games, including Vulcanverse, of course, Berserk, Forge Arena. Now we have Vulcan Runner and Tower Defense, literally in the space of about 8 months. I mean, if you think about it, PYR has only been around for 1 year. We launched it last year, and the company itself 2 years. So all of this has been a very big learning curve for us. So for those coming in new and they're not sure what it's about, trust me, we're in the same position. We're trying to get our feet now, and the scope of what we're making is expanding literally by the week. So I want to cover where we are now in terms of the structure and where we're pivoting to. As you know, last year with the whole Axie Infinity and the play to earn model, everyone was trying to fight for a piece of that pie. And I think for us, we didn't really realize where it would go or whether it would be sustainable or not. And one thing we've learned, and this is something we're going to be implementing in our new economy, is that while play to earn is an interesting model, it's not something that's sustainable without certain techniques put in place. So at this point, we would like to announce what we're going to be doing in terms of going forward with the play to earn economy. From December, our blockchain Elysium, a layer 1 blockchain dedicated to metaverse and gaming tokens, will be powered using our token Lava. The only way to generate Lava will be holding PYR or playing the games enough with a Frenzy Pass, which you buy with PYR, making sure that PYR is always the gateway to Lava. Lava will be a limited supply of only 1 billion tokens. I know a lot of people have been waiting to know what the number is, but we can now reveal it's 1 billion tokens, and it will be a deflationary token with the gas used in the blockchain Elysium, pegged to the USD price. If you've seen our 10-point plan we've been trying to cover in this quarter, you'll see one of them is restructuring the company. Now, this was something so essential that I had no idea that we had to do. As you know, we've had 3 new C-levels come in who've got experience in EA Sports, Gods Unchained, Immutable, Chris, David, and Media. These are like chief marketing officers, chief communication officers. These kind of top-down management roles have utterly reshaped and redefined how we're going to sort of target the markets going forward. Again, with everything going so fast and so big, so quickly, we didn't have much time to sort of hire the right staff and move forward with the right people. So we've got a very solid team now, probably about 130 to 140 people. We've got a tight management team of 10 people. We're going to be restructuring the organization as follows. Vulcan Forge will now be the top of the hierarchy. Vulcan Forge will be responsible for creating not only Elysium, the blockchain, but now a new entity called Vulcan Studios. Vulcan Studios will be the entity creating the games, such as Vulcanverse, Berserk, and Forge Arena. And the third entity will be Metascapes. Now, I'll talk to you about Metascapes in a minute. It's one of our most exciting products, but that's the hierarchy we'll have going forward. So what are the next big things we're really excited for? Well, obviously, Elysium, our layer 1 blockchain, is something we've been working on for about a year. Audits are finished, smart contracts are finished, the bridge is finished. It's a layer 1 blockchain dedicated to metaverses and games. We've got over 40 projects coming. Of course, we'll be bridging PYR over there. All our games will be using there. We've got over 1 million NFTs coming, some big brands, some celebs. A lot of big names are coming to Elysium. It's something we're very, very excited with. The second biggest product we're excited about is Metascapes. Now, Metascapes, I think, has been under the radar for a lot of our community, and people don't understand how big this product is. Metascapes, as you've probably seen from some of our trailers and some of our previews, is targeted far more to the demographic, from the younger demographic all the way up to the older. I'd say it's probably Minecraft on blockchain with a more stylized look. So while Vulcanverse is very specific in its Greco-Roman gameplay in its fantasy world, Metascapes is a way for people to create a cartoon land, an anime land, a futuristic land, but with a stylized look. So anyone, whether you're 7 years old or 70 years old, can create a plot of land, design it how you like, put it on the blockchain, and then connect these plots so you can have a universal plot, a Metascape basically that anyone can join. So we think Metascapes is going to be the product that's going to pierce the mainstream industry, and that's using the technology we've developed from previous games. So we're really excited about about that. So, what are our goals in 2003 going forward? Well, with any business, and especially with the play-to-earn and blockchain gaming industry, where it's so new and it's in infancy, and we don't know what is going to succeed. Is it going to be as big as gaming? Is it going to be as big as crypto? We have to set some KPIs, some key performance indicators. And for us, that's going to be usage. We need as many users as possible. We need stats. There's a whole new demographic here waiting to be introduced into a world of immutability and creativity. And that's where we're going to really extend our efforts next year, into recruiting new users, new players, into all our games, all our products. And I think once people see Elysium, the speed of it, and they see Metascapes and Vulcan being polished into a full MMO, then I think we're going to see a spike in users, which will make other blockchain games seem incomparable. And the real reason I want to make this video is to say an absolutely huge thank you to our community. You guys have been around with us for a good 3 years now. Some of you haven't left since the very arty days. I'm sure we've got one of the most consistent holder count with PYR amongst any other crypto projects. Within the Discord, within the Telegram, it's a real sense of friendship, camaraderie, support, and it's only grown and got better. Also, I want to thank the staff here in Greece. We've got some of the best artists, the best coders, some of the best people we could possibly have on our team. Also, a shout out to our staff in Ukraine, the UK, New York, India, Pakistan. I think there's about 130 people now, every one of them solid and dedicated to making Vulcan Forge as good and as big as it can be. So a thank you to the community and our staff, and I'll be here all the way to the bitter end, and have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and let's forge on next year. Peace out.